KTAB News Special Edition continues.
Welcome back. Arts and culture are a big deal in Abilene, and Abilene Gives is a perfect time to support organizations keeping traditions alive. Jessica is live with our friends from Ballet Folklorico.
Yeah, thanks, David, and I'm here with the director, Joyce. First of all, this is y'all's third year of Abilene Gives. Tell me a little bit about what y'all do in the Abilene community.
All right, well, we are in the arts community. We add a vibrant splash of color, music, art, culture, and dance to our wonderful arts community.
And I know, arts are definitely something that's kind of gone away during the pandemic. Tell me a little bit about how y'all have been affected by this.
Okay, well, what we do is we are dancers, a group of dancers that share and educate people about traditions and languages, and we do workshops, and so. But a lot of our focus is performances, and so since March, we probably had to cancel about 11 performances, and so our children use those to share culture and art and music and dance, and so we have not been able to do that as much this year, but we have been able to stay connected. A lot of those performances do bring in the funding for our costumes and for workshops that we do in our schools, like Educulture in the classroom, and working with the after-school programs to do workshops and presentations and teaching them dance classes as well.
Now, what's age range as far as dancers go? What's your youngest versus oldest?
Our youngest is 5, and our oldest is young at heart. We've had dancers that are 45 years old as well.
So what's it like getting that whole group together and performing a dance or different dances, even from the youngest to the oldest there?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Everybody brings a lot of different experiences. People here from the U.S., from Honduras, from Mexico, and different regions in Mexico, and it's just a beautiful mix of cultures, and we're able to share that with our community, so we love it.
And one last question before we send it on back. Tell me a little bit about why it's so important to be able to express, heritage in the Key City.
Yes, well, Abilene is beautiful. We are so diverse with so many universities and DIAS and Abimar and the IRC. We have so many people that live here that are diverse, and just being able to celebrate them and their traditions and their dances and their culture, it's beautiful. It makes Abilene who we are.
Well, thank you so much for talking with us, Joyce, and good luck with all of the Abilene Gives and whatnot. So we'll go ahead and send it on back to you, and we'll get a final look at what we got so far.
All right, thanks a lot, Jessica. As you all know, Sam is our chief meteorologist, but in another life, he was a basketball coach. He has a nonprofit of his own called Basketball Smiles. For those of us who don't know, tell us about Basketball Smiles.
Well, we have the largest free basketball camp in the Caribbean. We have been going 21 years. This will be our 21st year to go down into the poorest neighborhoods in the Bahamas and give a free basketball camp. We have usually about 300 or 400 kids come, and over the last 20 years or 21 years, we've had 11,000 kids go through our program. And it's so much more than basketball. You can go to basketballsmiles.org and learn more about it, but it's just so much more than just basketball.
What prompted you to do this? I mean, it's not every day that you say, you know what I need to do is a basketball camp in the Caribbean. What made you do it?
We were in the Women's Basketball Coaches of America convention in San Jose, California in 1999, and Coach Patty Johnson came up to me from the Bahamas, asked me to come, and I knew I was supposed to go. And it's just grown. Never had any idea it would explode like this, but it's been some of the most satisfying things that we've been able to do, to go down there and just pour our lives into these kids and speak life into them. And these kids have really had a bad year. Last year it started in the fall with Hurricane Dorian, which devastated the Bahamas. We're trying to climb out of that economically, and then here comes the coronavirus.
When you think about the Bahamas, you think about the resorts, you think about the gambling casinos, you think about cruises, things like that. What is it like where you go for this camp?
Well, where we go, there's an example of where some of our kids live. You can see the houses are certainly less than standard, and it's the poorest neighborhoods in the Bahamas and in the Caribbean, and a very violent area. About 20% unemployment before the virus. It's approaching 30% right now. And these kids struggle to have anybody care about them. In fact, I think we may be the only ones that do care about them, because they're just kind of the lost kids, and we just go down there and tell them that they can be somebody, that they have value, and we talk to them about the importance of making good choices, nonviolent conflict resolution, education, things of that nature.
All right, so basketball smiles, that should be could be one of your choices in our Abilene Gives campaign. Sam, obviously a great mentor to those kids, and you can be a mentor to local children through Big Brothers Big Sisters. However, social distancing made it difficult for nonprofits which thrive on interaction. Bigs usually meet with their littles 4 times a month, but now volunteers are having to get creative, from Zoom calls to sharing a gift. BBBS also starting a puzzle project.
Now they can't even see their friends. They're even more. Their parents are doing all these different things and are even more stressed than they typically usually are. So I feel like it's even more important that our bigs continue to develop those relationships, to stay in touch with their littles.
The puzzles are available to help purchase on the Big Brothers Big Sisters website under the tab Puzzle. And of course, you can donate to them for Abilene Gives and fund volunteer background checks, as well as sponsor match events and match pairs. Coming up, we'll talk more about the arts with historic Paramount Theater. Coming up next. And I get a pie in the face.